friends, it's Heidi here with Kiddos Corral, and welcome to my channel if you are new. Today I thought I would do a really quick video and share with you guys my tips for, grocery shopping. I have to say that meal planning and grocery shopping are probably the most questioned as far as being a YouTuber. Everybody wants to know, how do you save money on groceries? How do you meal plan for 30 days? Why do you do it? What do you see from it? Now, I'm going to say this. There are two types of people that I run into doing YouTube. Neither one is wrong or right, but one group of people want to know how to save money on their groceries. But if they go over a little bit in their spendage, they're not hurting. But you have the other side of the group that they have $400 or $300 to serve how many people are in their house for 30 days, and they cannot break the bank. They cannot go over that. That's what they have to work with, and that's all there is. I personally have been in both places. Familiar with me and you have not watched me, then you would probably not know that my son had leukemia. Now, he's cancer free now, but while doing treatments and being at a children's hospital all the time, it put a damper on us financially. Like, it ripped us apart. Because I'm visually impaired, and so we had one driver in the family who basically was working a business, and that was our sole income, and all of a sudden we couldn't go to work anymore because we had to be at the hospital. Let me tell you guys, I know what it's like to have $300 and have to spend nothing more and feed 5 people. It is not an easy task, nor will I pretend like it's an easy task, but is it doable? It is totally doable. But a lot of times I give my tips and my advice, and I have to say that if you want to feed a family of 5 on that kind of budget and you have no choice, it takes organization, and it takes planning, and it takes cooking. You actually have to get in the kitchen and cook, whether it be to prep ahead of time or to cook nightly your meals. You don't cook, you end up at McDonald's or Taco Bell, and even though those may not be great expenses, you are breaking your budget. Number 1 is always make out a meal plan. Now, whether or not you are making a meal plan out for 30 days like I do, or for 5 days, or for an entire week, I find it really beneficial for me and my family as far as budgeting. Hey guys, this is my meal plan for 30 days. This is the month of June. I have written in every dinner that we will have for 30 days. Now, always make a meal plan and always make a grocery list and stick to it. The second thing is stay away from processed foods. We spend so much money buying garbage that we are feeding our kids. Now, why do we do that? Because it's simple, and it doesn't take any time but microwaving it or adding milk to it, and we are buying a lot of processed foods. Do I never buy processed foods? No, I would be lying to you if I said that I never ever buy processed foods. Okay, I'm getting a text. I have somebody buying paint for the house, and they keep sending me pictures of swatches, and I've had to pick. Okay, so the joys of being at home trying to be a YouTuber. Okay, so for instance, instead of buying processed cereals that's full of sugar and loaded down with sodium and it's not very healthy for you, pick the giant thing of oatmeal, because obviously you're not going to sit down in one serving and eat that entire canister of oatmeal. So what you want to do is you want to buy the oatmeal instead of the sugary cereal. You're going to get a lot more from it, a lot more meals from it, and it's going to be more filling, it's going to be full of fiber, and it's going to be good for you. Okay, my third tip is make meals that are big. So we're talking pasta and rice is usually the way to go. First of all, they're very filling, but second of all, if you've ever seen me make like my chicken enchiladas, you know I make 1 pan of enchiladas for that night, and then I make a second one and pop that baby in the freezer for another night that I don't feel like cooking, and we have a good hearty meal for later. The other thing is like stuffed peppers can be frozen. The spinach lasagna rolls that I make can be frozen. I mean, anything can be frozen. Buy a larger roast and cut that in half and cook, you know, go ahead and cook it, but then freeze the other half. Make barbecue sandwiches out of it one night or whatever. You know, I find, or even roll those meals over to lunches. You know, separate those meals into little containers that your husband or you can take to work and warm up in the microwave. That really works awesome in saving money. Tip for you is to have a meatless meal. You'd be surprised how much money we spend on meat alone. And I try to buy all the meat that I buy on sale, and I sort of kind of buy repetitiously when it comes to the meat that I buy. I buy ground turkey from Aldi's, I get a roast at Aldi's, but I buy my chicken at Kroger, my chicken drumsticks, my whole chickens from Kroger, and so I don't really branch into buying a lot of beef. Because it is expensive. I do buy an occasional roast because for special occasions, we have Father's Day coming, so I'm making a roast. So there are times when you can be splurgy when it comes to the meat, but for me personally, having a meatless night is a fantastic way to save on your grocery bill. So what kind of things can you make that are meatless meals? Well, you can use refried beans and make burritos. You can make soups and stews like potato soup. You can make beans and cornbread, which I was basically brought up on and I thought was the most best meal ever. And I had no idea that my mom was trying to stretch the almighty dollar. I just thought everybody ate that way. It was so delicious. Why not, right? So beans and cornbread, and you're going to find that you're going to feel better being organized and being, you know, being the one, whether you are a man or a woman that cooks for your family, but being the one to provide home-cooked meals for your family. It feels really good because I know what's going into my food. We're not going out to eat a lot, so I know what's in the food and what I am preparing and what I'm giving to my family. So I just wanted to share these tips with you guys. I have a lot of ideas in my head, it seems, when it comes to budgeting for groceries. Like I said, we were a family of 5. We were on a very strict budget, and I know what it's like to fall on hard times. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. I will do my best to answer them and get back with you as soon as possible. I do have a picture of my meal plan for June on my Instagram, and if you have not been over to my Instagram, the link will be down below in the description box. Go over, you know, start following me. Every month you guys will see my meal plan. I am going to try to film what for dinner videos again, which I have entitled Meal Inspiration, and I'm going to try to get those out to you guys bi-weekly. Sometimes I find myself in a position where nowadays I have little kids here and I'm super busy and I forget to pick up the camera and film what we are eating, but most generally I always put a picture of what we're eating for dinner on my Instagram page because I know so many of you are curious. If you're looking for great recipes on my channel, go to Heidi's recipes in my playlist. There are over 100 recipes in which I have shared with you guys that I do make. I do not have anything in there that I don't cook. Those recipes are actually recipes that I cook on a regular basis all the time, and I continue to do so over the years. Now there are some that are specifically for certain holidays or birthdays, and of course I'm not going to be making chocolate cake every week, but I have tons and tons of recipes. Go check those out. They're all very simple. They use simple ingredients, which means inexpensive meals, which is something that I have always stressed on my channel, that in order to have delicious food, you do not have to spend a lot of money. So check those out. If you enjoyed this, give this video a thumbs up. New, subscribe, and I'll be talking to you all again soon. Bye, guys.